Welcome to the HBOT Revolution. So in this video, I'm going to share with you one of our offices that we've been working with for over 2 years. You're going to hear it from their own words, how they're being able to scale their office using hyperbaric oxygen therapy as a huge carrot to have their community come in. It's going to be about a 14-minute video, and this is an office that we've been marketing for the past couple of years. And you're going to see how they've expanded. In the video, Joanna's going to explain the process that they use to capture more clients, create packages, memberships, to create that huge ROI using hyperbaric oxygen therapy as one of the staples in their office. And then we're also going to get into some of their accounts, this is their actual live accounts. We just blur out the names for obvious reasons, but actual accounts on how we are scaling their office, how we're helping them scale their office. Now, I own 3 wellness centers here in Southern California, HBOT Planet, HBOTplanet.com. You can go and check out our website there. We have our prices, our memberships. I get a ton of questions from people wanting to buy chambers, or maybe that already have a chamber but are not sure how to scale it. So this is going to be one of those videos where I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we're doing on the back end, but also a 14-minute video of Joanna just giving you some really good information on how to scale your practice, your office, whatever type of office you have. And this right here is one of her. This is an account that we started for her a few years ago, and we have a ton of data in there. And for the past 6 months, this is just kind of the results that we've had. They're at about $138,000 and in actual people paying them money. I'm going to really quickly go over this right now just to kind of give you an idea of how we're able to scale this. And if using our matrix model system, this is a perfect example of what happens. There's one very important factor that about 5-6 months ago, Facebook gave us the opportunity to do, and that was to send data back to them. This is one of their sub accounts for hyperbaric oxygen therapy. When we get a lead that comes in, it goes into their new lead pipeline. They call the leads. We have here the booking confirmed, came in, and the new patients. So 2 triggers that we've sent data back to Facebook, and I'm going to explain to you how that works. When a lead comes into our system, Facebook has no idea what happens. If they booked, if they no-showed, if they became a patient or a client, or how much money they spent, we could now send data back to Facebook. So if you're running ads and you're optimizing just for new leads, that was the old way. The better way is optimizing for booked appointments. So meaning anytime somebody comes into this area here, booking confirmed right in through here, we're sending that data back to Facebook and Instagram and saying, hey, find more people like this that are booking appointments. So now Facebook, instead of just optimizing for lead count, they're optimizing for people that are actually booking appointments. So over time, the algorithms get smarter and smarter, and they start finding people that are like the people that are booking in the system. But we took it one step further. We created this other pipeline. For them, it's new patients, new clients, new customers. Okay, so this pipeline right here, we set off another trigger, and we just have the office just type in how much money they spent at your facility, and then that data we send back to Facebook. Okay, so now Facebook is looking for people that are booking appointments, but they're also looking for people that have spent $200, $600, $200. I mean, it adds up to a lot of money because there's so many people in that section right there. So very important. This has not been available for a very long time, but now, well, actually forever, but 6 months ago, they changed it. We took advantage of it, and that's what we're doing. So now let's listen to Joanna. I did a quick little interview in their office. She's going to tell you about their hyperbaric experience, what they're doing, and what they've done to scale. And I will preface this by saying that they have a really good back-end system. They have a really good process, okay? So offices that don't have a good process, it's really hard for them to scale. if they're not communicating with the clients or not calling the clients, things like that, it's really hard for them to scale. So, but anyway, let's go and listen to Joanna and get some of her knowledge that she has. So, hey everybody, this is George. I'm here with Joanna. Her and her husband own Strong Life Physiotherapy, right? Did I say it right? Physiotherapy. So they have 3 chambers now. When I first met them, they had 2. They now have 3. But I want Joanna to kind of walk you through the process of what they did. So for people that are looking to maybe buy a chamber, they want to buy a chamber, they're not really sure if, how they're going to make money, how they're going to make their money back from it. She's got the answers for you because they've been able to expand crazy. So give us the lowdown, Joanna. How does it work?
Well, one of the biggest parts of it is marketing and advertising, being able to get people in. When we first started, we just offered hyperbaric to the patients that were already coming in for other treatments. And we just said, hey, you get a free hyperbaric session with your package, and they'll do a hyperbaric session. They're like, I felt amazing. We're like, yeah, and guess what? The more you do, the better you feel. Changes become permanent. And one of the biggest pieces of helping it to be successful is just educating the patients about what is possible with hyperbaric. And it's kind of mind-blowing because there's so many things that it can help with that people don't realize. So just educating them about what's possible, and it really helps to find out what health conditions are you going through that you're dealing with, and then cite the research on what hyperbaric can do for those specific conditions. So we've created our website in that way. We have all the conditions written out there, and they can click on there and they can see the summaries of the medical research studies that we've posted so they can see for themselves, this is what it says, this is what it can do, but really just trying it out for themselves. So when we first started, we said, just try the hyperbaric chamber for free, and now we have a good, a discounted, session where they can come in and try it. They can bring a friend, they can refer a friend. But then there's a whole system. There's a system that George has developed, which brings the leads in and gives us the ability to keep track of who's been called, who we're texting, who we need to respond to. So that really helps keep things really concise. We have hundreds and hundreds of leads that have come in, and we're able to get most of them, about 80% of the leads we get, we're able to convert to an actual hyperbaric patient. And that's worth anywhere between, $49, they just come in once, to, buying a chamber, which is worth around $10,000, $11,000, $12,000. And so, and then they, that doesn't even count their friends that they bring in, and they can get their friends in the chamber with them, their spouse can get in the chamber with them. So what we do is we just have a really great system. We text them these texts, we try to be really personable, really friendly. It really helps to talk to them on the phone because then they know this is a real actual person, and you want to get a really good salesman on board, someone that really knows how to talk to people, and it's really important to share, just teach them and educate them about what hyperbaric is capable of with their specific conditions. So calling them regularly, texting them back regularly, being, responsive, and just helping them to, when they come in for hyperbaric, just that this is a really positive place. It's kind of a, a happy spot in their day, like a sunny time, nice time for them to come in. But it's also good to have some protocols in place. For example, we went through all the medical research. A lot of it took like hundreds of hours essentially, but we figured out how many sessions the research recommends for each different condition. So we have them meet with Dr. Ludlow first, and he tells them, you need about this many sessions. And so they know, like, right off the bat, I need at least this many sessions to start seeing results. And we consistently reinforce when they come in, thanks for coming in, we're glad you're here, glad you could make it. Those that show up are the ones who see results. And we always try to schedule that next appointment before they leave so that they have the next appointment to look forward to. So just having some systems in place, pricing guide, packages, memberships really help. So they have a plan. They're going to do this many sessions. It's in their mind. They're already going to do it. And just being really flexible, really friendly. I can't remember the other question you asked.
Yeah, no, it's so you said they come in on a $49 session, but people out there listening, $49, like how am I supposed to make money with that, right? Yeah. So, but you have packages, you have memberships that you get people into. But tell me about when people come in hyperbaric. They may be suffering from other things. Actually, they're probably all suffering from something else, right? Whether it's low back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, whatever it is. So whatever type of office you have, whether it's a wellness center, a physical therapy, physiotherapy, chiropractic office, med spas, a cryo place, you normally have a lot of other things that you could package together, right? So tell me how that works here.
So we usually recommend that, for example, they're doing shockwave therapy. And with shockwave therapy, it's essentially stimulating this specific part of their body to heal. And then if they get in hyperbaric right afterward, it gives the body the number one resource that the body needs to heal that area. So they really work well together. We give them a free hyperbaric session to help them transition from shockwave, which is a package, to the hyperbaric. And so we do combine those treatments together. They see the chambers in the office. They're like, what is that? What's going on over there? So it gives us an opportunity to talk about it. We have a big menu out on the front desk, and it talks about all the benefits of hyperbaric so they can see it. And they're like, oh, what's this? And then on our big TV in our waiting room, it just has slideshows of what hyperbaric does, what benefits you get from it. And so it's just education. But like, for example, a lot of patients that come in, most of them that come in and do a session will do at least, I don't know, I would say 5 to 10 more, which is, around $700 or so.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of them just come in for continuity, for memberships. And the membership has a nice low price point, right? Like $250 a month, but they do it for 4 months, and then they've spent, $1,000, but it breaks up the cost for them, so it doesn't feel like as much. But that continuity really helps increase our, our monthly profit. So.
And then going vice versa, people coming in from hyperbaric needing some other therapy. Like what have you seen in that way?
Yeah, we do that a lot. A lot of patients that are doing hyperbaric will end up doing other treatments as well because they have targeted pain here or there. We just started doing red light, and with the red light, it works really well with hyperbaric. So they kind of work in tandem with a lot of other treatments because you're doing this treatment like, massage therapy, cryotherapy, dry needling, shockwave, and hyperbaric is going to help the body recover from that injury they came in for way faster than on their own. And so it kind of like speeds up their results from the other treatments. So.
Okay. And then back to the shameless plug for George's marketing and media company. How has it been working with us? Like, not everything's like always perfect, but how has it been like communication wise and everything that we have going on?
Yeah, it's been really good. Every time we have a technical issue with the app that we use, which is really great. I mean, it really helps us to keep track of everything we need to see. We have like a list of people who have been called, a list of people who have been called and actually responded, a list of people who have scheduled, who need to reschedule, who didn't show up, people who don't want to be called anymore, people who aren't ready yet. I mean, it just encompasses everything we need to do. And whenever there's a tech support, we can usually get it resolved immediately or, within that day. So we really like the app that's used in conjunction with the Facebook ads. And it's really helped us convert all these people interested into actual patients. And it's easy for us to switch them over and to track it. It shows us stats, which is really cool. Yeah. We can see this many leads actually booked. This many of the people that scheduled actually came in, and it just really helps us to keep track of things so that we can tweak and improve.
Yeah, and guys, I asked for that shameless plug, but I want to make sure that you understand that I talk to people every day that want to buy a chamber for their office or their clinic, and they have no idea how to make money. Yeah. They will have people telling them to charge $200 or $300 an hour. So congratulations, like 4 people will be able to afford to come in. So the $49, $59, $69 membership packages, that's really where you're going to see where you're going to see the growth. Because if you have a recurring membership, say $150 a month, and you have 100 of those, that's your $15,000 base. And I think most companies most offices can thrive and grow with a $15,000 base, right? Then the rest is just
that's pretty good, yeah.
So
that's pretty good.
That's one thing, like working with Joanna, we have our own wellness centers as well. And working with her and, I came here and I wanted to pick their brain because it's easy to hear it from me, especially if I'm the marketing guy, but like listening to people that are actually in the office, talking to people every day, combining different therapies to make sure that not only are their patients becoming more healthy, but that their office is becoming more healthy. And how does it do that? With revenue. So when you get revenue, you could help a lot more people. When you have low amount of revenue, you're worried about the next bills, and that always hurts. So anyway, thank you, Joanna. We're going to put a link below this video. If you want more information on buying a hyperbaric chamber for your clinic or your office, we'll give you some information. Okay, so that was like, Joanna gives you so much information. They're like, if you just took what she said and implemented that, you wouldn't even need a guy like me to do any type of marketing for you. But if you want to fast track it get a hold of us, get a hold of me. I have a great team. We do a lot of stuff. We always start off with really simple campaigns, starting off small, and then you could grow up from there. So Joanna at Strong Life, her husband, Dr. AJ, they have expanded their practice. They started off with this one sub account from us. And what I mean by one sub account, just our software that we have. They have access to it where all the leads come in, but they've also added another sub account. And this was for a shockwave therapy where they're doing different campaigns. So they literally have 3 Facebook pages, 3 sub accounts, 3 different business. They wanted to separate them just in case one went down from Facebook. They wanted to have that option of, okay, if one went down, I still got these other ones, right? So because Facebook is kind of finicky, sometimes they'll just ban you for no reason. So this is their shockwave therapy leads or system, software system, and all their shockwave therapy patients are going in through there, $101,000 on that one. And then lo and behold, we started a third one, and we're doing another one for a couple of other conditions, and you could probably read them on here as well. They're really fun ad campaigns that they're running. Again, another Facebook page, another sub account. Now, you don't need to start there. You probably won't start there. Obviously, most people won't, but that's what they build it up to. And again, they wanted to have 3 separate entities, but all going into their office, just 3 different sub accounts, 3 different Facebook pages, 3 different Instagram pages. It's a lot to manage, but they're at the process. They have a really good system going. So anyway, this is the system that we provide when we do marketing for you. We give you a ton of our stuff. Like I said, we have 3 of our own wellness centers. We know how to scale them. We know what's working. We help a ton of offices around the country. So we have a really good idea of all the things that are going out there, all the things that are working, the things that are not working, and we're able to provide that information for you. So I'm going to leave a link below this video. You could click on it. You could book a 20-minute phone call with me. We'll see if we're a good fit or somehow we can help you. If I can't help you, I'll still give you some information that we're doing, some of our marketing stuff. It's not a problem at all. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. This is a new channel. We're going to be putting a lot more information on here, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.